Video. Let's quickly look at the Nasdaq forecast, Nasdaq 100 forecast. Okay, remember this is a forecast. Please understand risk management before you look at any charts or you look at any strategy. Okay, understand risk management first. Okay, starting here on the weekly chart, I feel like the weekly chart haven't done much because on the previous analysis we're just looking at this previous Nasdaq forecast, we're looking at this. Okay, so however, let me start by highlighting the key structures right here, and we have this point, and the next point obviously it's gonna be this one right here, and maybe the last one. Let me see if we can add the last turning point, which is this one right here. Of course, we only need 2 points to draw a trend line. Okay, so I'm just gonna move it like that. That's a trend line. That's a very nice trend line. Okay, however, if we zoom out right here, we can see that we are in some sort of an uptrend. It's just that I don't like how it's giving us that triple top, double top kind of shandies around that particular point. Okay, and price failed there to break outside or to close outside, but it's giving us an indecision candle. Okay, it's giving us that indecision candle, which could be a pause waiting for continuation. Check that video that I've done, guys. I get messages about people asking I need a strategy and all that. Check that video that I've done, and the other one that I've done on Nasdaq. That's gonna at least help you understand candlesticks better. Okay, right there on daily, if we look at this particular chart once more, what do we do first? Let's identify those key structures we could see price chaining from. Okay, so the trend line obviously is one of them. I'm gonna start by marking this point, and then the second point will be this one right here. If I connect my trend line, that's my trend line. But what's the problem with that one? It's a little bit far. So let me mark one that will be much closer, because I can see that if I take this point right there where they start pin bar, okay, and then more another one right here, if I can connect those 2 points, I'm most likely to get another trend line that is much closer to price. Can you see that? That one is much closer to price as opposed to the one below that. Okay, and around that we had this particular zone a couple of weeks ago, and price broke out, and we're most likely to see the next candle coming back to that zone. Okay, but however, since this is an uptrend, this dotted trend line there, we could see buyers accumulating their orders around that. Okay, so we're gonna see a very maybe order flow taking place around this structure. That is why it's important for us to highlight where we could see buyers or sellers taking action. Okay, that is very important. Again, on the H4 chart, obviously this is the H4. It's more or less still the same as the daily, but they're a little bit zoomed in with more details. So let me start by highlighting that point. This is start zone right there we could see buyers coming from, and of course the trend line there going all the way to the upside. But this is not detailed enough. Maybe let's look at it from the dynamic perspective. Still, this is the H4 chart, okay, with a dynamic structure right there. So again, the trend line, remember, it's moving all the way to the upside, almost in the same direction. Not almost, it is in the same direction as the moving average. Okay, you can see that this green band here, that's a lot of buyers riding that band. Okay, and we're back to that band, and if you check here, this is on H4 where buyers are active, and weekly as well, but the weekly buyers are a little bit far. The H4 ones are the ones that we can focus on, and we could see them pushing all the way to the upside from this particular structure. They could reach a little bit lower, and maybe we could see sellers as well. If you're a breakout trader, we could see sellers pushing all the way down, buyers all the way up. If you're a buyer, look for opportunities to buy exactly on the trend line, and then if you're a seller, obviously if you're a breakout trader, wait for a break and a retest and look for opportunities to sell. That's it from me. If you have any question, drop it down in the comment section. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes. I'd really appreciate that, and of course don't forget to subscribe for more. Turn on the bell, otherwise see sharp